Hello guys, I just want to do a quick video on my review of Slack Frontiers. Now, I went up to London last week to head up to the Frontiers event, which is a Slack run event. It is all about how to onboard with Slack, how to use Slack. It's really for Slack intermediates, not as much advanced users, but basically you can get a real taste of what Slack is working on, talk about the future of work, and get an insight into what's happening. So if you are someone that is interested, I guess, in Slack or Frontiers that is in April, I believe it's in San Francisco, this video might give you an outline of what to expect. Do remember this is the European edition of Slack Frontiers, so it might be a little bit toned down because they have to bring all of their team over here and then all the way back. So I can guarantee it's probably more immersive inside of in America. So guys, I went up on the train to Slack Frontiers. It was a little bit of a long trip, but it was worth it because we got there. I think it was a day and a half in total. The event arrived about 5 p.m. and we were greeted. We entered. And the great thing is we got this small parcel with a few Slack goodies. We got a t-shirt, which was really nice, as well as a couple of other bits about Slack too. So we obviously got to know everyone, bumped into a few people, got a cup of tea, got a brownie, and then we sat down for the keynote from Stuart Butterfield. Now it was quite interesting. His keynote kicked off with some talk about how Slack's future is going to be progressive in terms of getting people aligned in the right direction. And then we sort of broke out and had the evening to ourselves to some extent. There were a couple of food van trucks and it was all inside. And it was quite a nice evening to sort of network and relax into the event. Now, the next day, the Slack event started in, I think it was about 8 a.m. You could go in and 9 a.m. it started. And it was the opening keynote. So it was with April Underwood and Stuart Butterfield. It was quite an interesting opening talk. And what was interesting is they talked a lot about where Slack is going. And there were then some breakout sessions. The breakout sessions were pretty interesting. And a lot of them, I would say, were focused more on Slack. So if you're definitely someone that is a newbie to Slack, you will benefit from it because you'll get a lot of case studies and contextual situations on how to play Slack every day. And also there was a lot of focus on the integration side of stuff, which was kind of interesting. So maybe that's something that benefits you guys massively. So if it's something that you are looking to go to next year, then it's probably something you'll gain from. You also got a few sessions from my memory of what's coming up in Slack, which was quite exciting. And there were a few features that they released that were, I guess, very interesting for those who are invested in Slack already. And at lunchtime, there was some lovely food on offer too. Now, what I'd say as well is you could work from any of the workstations during or after the sessions, in between, but there were plenty of stands, probably about maybe 10 to 15 stands that you could go around and visit. They were both Slack stands and also other suppliers and partners of Slack. So there were likes of Atlassian, Dropbox, Box. There was plenty to go around, so it's definitely worth it if you are interested in Slack partners too. Now, the final keynote was with Holly Branson, who is the daughter of Sir Richard Branson and is also a doctor too. It was really interesting to hear her story and Stuart interview her as well as a send-off from Stuart. Overall, I would give the event probably like a 7 out of 10. It was a very enjoyable event. I think it's a lot more toned down in Europe. One thing I would say is if you are already versed on the entirety of Slack and how to apply it in terms of the advanced features and bots, I would say the one thing that was good was the networking. I got to meet some really interesting people, some people of all different working situations. Although I was just going for, in terms of learning about product for the Keep Productive YouTube channel, I found a lot of lovely people, lovely faces to bump into. So guys, that was a bit of an outline of how Slack Frontiers worked in London. Let me know in the comments whether you visited. It'd be great to hear your opinions as well, and maybe they'll act as notes for anyone looking in April. Anyway guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Hopefully this was a good review of Slack Frontiers London. Cheers guys.